Hey Rick, I'm out here with my guy, Tom Selleck, and his Ferrari 308. It's a 1979 used in Magnum PI. This is an actual screen-used car in the first season. You see him in Hawaii driving around as a detective, solving crimes. It's a gorgeous car. You got that classic wedge shape with the pop-up headlights. Now here's the thing, Tom Selleck, he was 6'4", real tall guy, so you never saw it used with this Targa top, and they actually had to modify the seat as well to lower him down so he didn't look ridiculous in it. And I love the look of that gated shifter. You got all those climate controls like aircraft style switches on them. This is such a sweet ride. Now here's the thing. This car might have inspired our very own Tyler Hoover. You have to see this picture. Over 30 years ago, Tyler is with this exact car right here. Man, this is a sweet ride. Tyler, where were you? Tell me about this picture.
I'm in Universal Studios, and that's my mom in the background with a cardboard cutout of Tom Selleck. So we're doing the tour, and they had a Magnum PI Ferrari there. I remember as a kid watching the show and just being transfixed by the opening credits of this Ferrari doing a burnout exit leaving. And always I'd stop and watch the opening credits and the reruns were on. And you know, my mom's in that photo, but my dad didn't look that different in the 80s. He had the same mustache, and he kept it for probably a little too long, right around until the year 2000. So it's really cool to be reunited with that thing over 35 years later. Wow. April showed this one earlier. To fit Tom Selleck's 6'4" frame, the seat had to be dramatically lowered and the top come off like this, so he looked appropriate in the car. But the premise for the show, Magnum is solving crimes or mysteries as a detective, a PI in Hawaii, and some anonymous benefactor loaned him this car to drive around. He's always in a Hawaiian shirt, smirking at the camera, that iconic mustache as well. One of those just amazing shows of the 80s. And look at the bid, we're already about to $200,000.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've actually had to add phone lines, so they have the extra phone bidders. Look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 phone bidders in addition to the people bidding here in the room. So people around the world knew this car was happening, knew it was going to sell. Now, do you remember the Tom Cruise Porsche 928 from Risky Business? In many ways, this car is even more iconic. How many times have we seen the 308 sell and talk about, oh, this is like the one Thomas Magnum drove. But this is the car from the first season.
And it's believed to be the one used in the opening credits, doing that burnout stunt for every single episode. So it is a pretty significant car. There were several 308s used in the show, but this one used very early in the seasons. And this is a pretty cool car in itself. Carbureted V8 engine, gated manual transmission, Rosa Corsa red. They never used replicas like they did in Miami Vice. This was always the real deal in Magnum PI.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, you know, the great scene at the beginning of the show when he peels out from the grass and goes onto the roadway, $260,000 the current bid, making this right now the #1 sale of the day.
Little known fact, the first couple of years of the 308 bodies were made of fiberglass before they went to steel in 1977, I believe. This is not fiberglass, this is an actual steel 308.
All those phone bidders involved, but that young lady right there working with the one who seems to be the lead bidder, and we've still got somebody on the floor who's interested in it.
So if this were a normal Ferrari 308 without the Magnum PI provenance, it might be a six-figure car, just barely, but we are triple that just to say you have the one Tom Selleck drove in the first season of Magnum PI. This is so cool.
When we talk about, you know, celebrity provenance, what does it add? Well, this adds that great pop culture. If you grew up in the 80s, you knew who Tom Selleck was in Magnum PI, and you knew this car.
Not only that, but you probably tried to grow the mustache. Pretty much everybody in the 80s went for that Tom Selleck look.
Yeah, this isn't about the performance of this car. This is about the performance of this car on television. Remember, would it run for like 8 seasons or something like that from the early 80s all the way through like 89 or something?
You say that, but these earlier carbureted cars were better performance than the later fuel injected.
$345,000 for the 1979 Ferrari 308 GTS that was used in Magnum PI. And that gentleman right there beat out all those phone bidders to come away with the star car, the one that Tom Selleck actually drove in both the pilot and part of the first season for Magnum PI.